Welcome everybody. This is T-Carp, T-Man. This T-Man speaking. This will be a second episode of 2024 Off the Tailgate. It's North Carolina State Week. We have a big show today. Number 12 Tennessee 1-0 will play the number 23 North Carolina State 1-0 in the Dukes Mayo Classic. It'll be played in Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the NFL Carolina Panthers. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. on ABC Saturday night. This will be the fourth meeting between the Vols and the Wolfpack, dating back to 1911. Tennessee holds a 2-1 record, and Tennessee has never played the Wolfpack in Knoxville, and will be the winning coach. I want to know with this question, the winning coach, you think he'll be taking a Mayo bath like Shane Beaver did when they played in the Duke Mayo Classic? I don't think I want to see that. Let's get into the program today and get started. We got to look at the game coming up, and we look at the questions that are sent out. Questions this week, and we got several good responses from the listeners. It's the first thing I asked was things we need to improve on. And the second question, what did you see in the game that you was surprised by? And what is your favorite game day meal? First response getting from VFL Swag 423 on what he saw on the opener. He said Nico looked absolutely incredible. The running backs looked twitchy and fast. Wide receivers looked locked in, and Brew and Thornton looked healthy. You know, I really thought that Nico looked better personally than I expected him to. His first game, he did look good. The running backs, they looked much better than I thought they would, because we hadn't too many unknowns there, but they looked really good, had 200 yards rushing. And Brew and Thornton returning back healthy, I didn't know really what to expect there. And so they looked really good. Brent at Christina, one of my Christian brothers, sent in his response. He said what we need to improve on this week is DB's coverage. It needs to be improved. That's been something we've been concerned about for the last several years, and we looked at that being a concern going into the game. Yes, we've got to improve there, because it looked like that we could be suspect there in the secondary. Number two, what he was surprised is not that Dante and Nico is better than advertised. Well, the same thing I said. I thought they showed better than I expected. His meal is BBQ, barbecue. Kevin Hutcherson, another Christian brother of mine that follows us. I'm glad to hear from you, Kevin. I'm glad you responded. We look forward every week to hearing from you. Improvement in pass protection. We had 2 sacks against Chattanooga. Is too many. He nailed it. You know, I was thinking about this just a while ago. You know, our players get paid, and we've paid high dollar to get these tackles, and we've had movement in the line to shoe up protection there. And there we get, against Chattanooga, we have 2 sacks that could have caused injury to our quarterback. I think that's too many, and I think players need to be held accountable if they're going to be paid. That's just my opinion. The second question, he said he wasn't surprised by anything. He expected Nico to have a really good game, and he said on his meal, he said, don't really eat much. on game day. Don't want to miss anything or stand in those long lines in the bathroom, and he really don't eat nothing, he says. Well, I can understand that. I don't miss a game if I get a chance to go home and see it all. Big Orange Mac. How you doing, Mike? Good to hear from you, my man. He said one thing I see they need to work on is wrapping up just a little better. And I always eat a bowl of Frosted Flakes on game day morning. You know, what does Tony the Tiger and the Balls and Big Orange Mac have in common? They're all great. Good job there, Mac. I'm with you there. They need to be wrapping up on their tackling better because they get in yards after contact. I really appreciate that input, Mac. And you are great, just like Tony the Tiger and the Balls. Seth Stokes. Seth sent in. He gave me the name Turkey Man. That's where the name Turkey Man come. Him and Jason Swain off the show. And Seth means a lot to me, and I appreciate you, Seth, participating. You just don't know how much. He said need to cut down on our penalties. You know, with the offense we run, it's important that we are disciplined and don't have penalties. And we need to cut down on our penalties, and that keeps us moving the chains. Said Thornton improvement was a surprise. I tell you, I'm with you, Seth, because all the reports I got, I was expecting him to be back up. I thought the way people were talking, that was able to go see the game or the practice, and I'd asked how Thornton was doing, and it indicated that he probably wasn't going to be the starter. I mean, they didn't really come out and say that, but they was indicating that he could possibly be a backup. So I was really surprised with the improvement. And thirdly, he said, I like nachos. Well, I like nachos too, but that ain't my prime game day meal, that's for sure. But I appreciate you, Seth. God bless you, buddy. Chip Payne. Chip Payne, I have never got to meet Chip, but we have talked on Twitter and DM'd, and I know that me and him look at things a lot alike, and probably drunk out of the same creek, so to speak. But first thing he says that we need to improve on keeping Nico upright and protect him at all costs. And I think it's been more of us has seen that. I think that's a priority of us having a good season this year, is that Nico comes through with being healthy. And I think as we go, is how Nico goes. And I think it's important that we get a backup in that that we can depend on, because if he does get a nick or lose his helmet or something, has to go out, that we don't lose a step. Second thing, he said, I was surprised about seeing how good the uniforms and the helmets look. Although I'm not a fan of the season opener wearing a alternate uniform, he said, I am surprised how good they look. Well, I thought they was about the best smoky gray uniforms I've seen wear anybody wearing a gray uniform. But I'm like Chip there. I look for orange and white when we're playing at home, especially the openers. I look forward to seeing the orange and white. That's our colors, and ain't nothing like it to me. But you know, them was sharp uniforms. Third thing is favorite game meal is barbecued pulled pork, homemade coleslaw, smoked mac and cheese, last but not least, baked beans. 100% adding down and putting in that list, and I think you're right on top of having the perfect meal, game day meal. I agree 100% with you on that, Chip. I think it's important that going into this week against North Carolina, we see improvement in pass protection. DBs are going to be tested. It's important that we take care of our quarterback and also the ball. We need to have more sacks. I don't think we had but one sack in this game against the UT Chattanooga. We have got to get to their quarterback. We've got to sack them, and we got to rush the throws. And another thing we didn't have no turnovers except the block punt that went for a touchdown. We have got to create turnovers, and we got to protect the ball. We got to keep our quarterback upright. And like I said earlier, if you're going to pay players, then there ought to be a responsibility there. You don't want your quarterback hurt because somebody whiffed on a block or assignment. So they need to be more responsible on what they do. Take care of the ball. And I'm looking forward to see what they do this week. I'm looking forward to the next week's episode and getting the replies from our friends and family and subscribers. Scripture for the day today as we close out, Ephesians 6:11. It says, "Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." I thank you for your support, and this is Al from Turkey Man.